Let's take a basic class and develop it further using the ideas of abstraction, encapsulation, information hiding, and polymorphism. This class you can find on page 27 of the preparation manual, example number 1. It's a student info class that has 2 instance fields, student ID and name. And in the client code, we take 5 steps to construct an object, give it the values, and print the values. The result would be fairly predictable. Nothing special, very, very basic. Now let's take it a step further. In Java, the toString method controls how the object is output, and it's automatically inherited from the object class. You can customize this toString method, which is called overriding, an example of polymorphism, to make the output a little bit better, a little bit nicer, more appropriate. To call this, you just simply say print x.toString. So now instead of having 2 print statements, we just have 1. And we call that method because it's a member of the class now. Even better, you can just simply say print x, and it automatically knows to call the toString method with the same result. This would be an example of further encapsulating and providing abstraction with the class definition. We make the class definition do more of the work, and less work has to be done down here in the client code. The next thing you might do is to protect the data using information hiding. We use the word private to protect the data, which means we have to have a special way to get to it, called a mutator or modifier method. And it just simply brings in a parameter, assigns it to the field for each particular field. Typically use the word set to preface the name of this method. And down here you can see how it's used. Instead of saying x.studentID gets 1234, you have to say x.setID 1234, and the same thing with setName. You still print it and get the basic results. The next thing you might do is to create a constructor. And this constructor is called down here, providing immediately the values that you want for that particular object. So now from 5 statements that we had in the original example, we're now down to 2 statements. So we're having to do less work in the client code, and all of the work is being done up here. So that gives you some examples of how a class can be defined using the ideas of abstraction, encapsulation, information hiding, and one example of polymorphism.